William Kentridge, the Johannesburg-born South African artist, is no ordinary painter or animator. He is a historian, a philosopher, and an explorer. His worldview is rooted in the political and social landscape of his birthplace, shaped by the shadow of apartheid. Kentridge does not work on a blank canvas. He paints on history itself. Kentridge achieved international acclaim for his unique technique in charcoal-drawn animations, a method built on erasure and redrawing. He draws with charcoal, erases parts, alters the image slightly, and records this ongoing cycle of disappearance and persistence frame by frame. This technique is not merely an aesthetic choice, it is a powerful statement. For Kentridge, erasure never means complete disappearance. A trace of what once existed always remains. This is, in fact, a metaphor for South African history. The painful past of apartheid never fully vanishes. Its imprint lingers in the present and future of society. Kentridge uses the interplay of multiple languages and visual signs to cultivate ambiguity. He does not seek certainty or simple answers. His works are filled with tension and indeterminacy. He blends art, politics, science, and literature into layered compositions, believing that meaning resides in the in-between, in ambiguity. He says, "All I know is that drawing allows ambiguity. Words, by contrast, often restrict meaning." Kentridge sees his studio as both an internal and external space. He states, "The studio is a magnified head. The images on the walls are manifestations of thoughts appearing and moving within the mind." This insight is key to understanding his recent exhibition. The studio is where the world is invited inside, fragmented, and returned to the world again as a drawing, a performance, or a text. The exhibition Natural History of the Studio at Hauser Wirth in New York marks Kentridge's first major solo show to place the creative process and the studio itself at the center of attention. The centerpiece of the exhibition is his 9-part episodic film series Self-Portrait as a Coffee Pot, begun in early 2020 during the COVID-19 pandemic in his Johannesburg studio and completed in 2024. It is an astonishing and humorous synthesis of personal, political, and global concerns. In Self-Portrait as a Coffee Pot, the coffee pot becomes an avatar, a stand-in for the artist himself. It symbolizes the creative process, in which the continuous bubbling of ideas resembles coffee as it brews. Throughout the films, Kentridge argues and converses with his collaborators, and at times with multiple versions of himself, doppelgangers. These encounters externalize the internal struggles of artistic creation. For the first time, the exhibition presents more than 70 charcoal drawings that form an integral part of the animation process. The installation is designed to evoke the feeling of being inside Kentridge's workspace, where the walls tremble with inspiration and every surface tells a story. These drawings draw upon an array of subjects: Greek mythology, the history of mining in Johannesburg, Soviet absurdities, and colonialism in Africa. The second floor of the exhibition explores the relationship between drawing and sculpture in Kentridge's work. Here, bronze sculptures known as glyphs are displayed. The glyphs are everyday or symbolic objects that function like a visual lexicon. They can be arranged and rearranged to form new sculptural sentences. Also on view are the paper procession sculptures inspired by the pages of a 19th century Italian accounting ledger. They're rhythmic, marching forms evoke the feeling of animated sketches. Kentridge employs humble materials to challenge grand historical narratives. Alongside these works, the animated video Fugitive Words, set to Beethoven's piano music, is screened. The film opens with an overhead view of Kentridge's hands flipping through his notebooks, filled with drawings, diagrams, lists, and phrases. It quickly transforms into a dreamlike, non-linear journey through the artist's mind. Here, fugitive words and drawing instruments create an evolving landscape of memory and transformation. This exhibition is not merely a retrospective. It is an invitation to step inside the mind of one of the most significant artists of our time. Kentridge reminds us that art is not an isolated act. It is a continual process of refinement, in which the chaos of the world is first absorbed and then released again as a question for contemplation. With natural history of the studio, Kentridge allows us to witness not only the works themselves, but the very terrain in which thought is produced, the place where history, politics, and the artist's own being simmered gently together in a single coffee pot.